How's it going, guys? We are back with another video here, and I'm here to tell you guys and rank the best new fantasy PWHL card to make in NHL 25. If you guys leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and let's hop into the video right now. First off, number 6 here, Jaime. It's a tough one. I mean, 5'7", I mean, for a right D, that's tough. If you're going to be a forward, 5'7" can kind of work, but defense, 126, it's just going to be tough. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be tough. I don't even care if she's like a 99 overall. It would be pretty tough, right? She's got defensive defenseman, and she also has pinpoint shooting boost. So, I mean, like, again, the shot's good. But the skating even right now is not amazing for a 5'7" defense. I mean, there's just so many defensemen out there. I know it's a fancy card, of course, right? But I can't imagine this card is ever going to be really that good, right? Even, like I said, even at a high overall, it's not going to be where you probably want it to be in the end, right? So I would probably say, if you're going to make a fantasy card, probably not the one here. She has gold seeing eye here. Again, another ability that I don't really think is that great. You probably needed like gold shutdown or something, or truculence. I mean, but it's funny. She's a DFD, but she has seeing eye, right, as her ability, and pinpoint shooting. That's kind of interesting, but I guess she must score goals or something like that. I haven't really done too much research on these players in particular. I'm just kind of basing it on their actual cards, right, which maybe I shouldn't be doing because they are fantasy cards, but let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is Grace Zumwinkle. She's 5'9", 165, so not that small. She's got power forward. She's also got goal, make it snappy, 88 speed, 86 acceleration. So she's a straight up winger. So that's another reason why I kind of put her, a little towards like the bottom here of the list, I would say. I like the shot. That's good. But in the end, guys, I feel like this card, it's just not. It'll be nice if she puts up a lot of goals, right? But right now, as it stands, I feel like still she needs some upgrades to, really get to a good spot here where you could be like, okay, yeah, I could actually use her on my team right now. She probably needs to hit like 90 or something like that to be like, okay, she might have like 90 speed, 90. I mean, the thing about it is her power on her shot's pretty bad, right? That's kind of the unfortunate thing on her card. But other than that, it's a solid card, but let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is Laura Stacey. She's 5'10", 157 pounds, right-handed winger. She's got two-way forward and pinpoint shooting boost. So another player here, that is another winger. 87 speed, 85 excel. I mean, I don't love that skating, unfortunately. But gold seeing eye, or sorry, gold snipe, that is my fault. That's a solid ability. I feel like it's not as good as maybe it was in previous years, but goal snipe's not terrible either. It's solid, I would say. But yeah, Laura Stacey for me, I gotta put her at number 4. I think. Just again comparing her to some of the other cards that are in front of her, but I will put her at number. Up we got Hannah Miller, so the first center here, 5'9", 179. So she's actually one of the bigger players here. Actually, two-way forward and power shooting boost. So a heck of a shot. Pretty good face-offs too. Goal, close quarters. Close quarters is always kind of glitchy, I feel like. You can get like shots from like even like weird spots. You're like, wait, how did goal close quarters activate there, right? It's kind of stunning sometimes, right, how that works. But no, I like Hannah Miller's card. She definitely is one of the better ones here. Definitely a top 3 card of the fantasy cards, I would say. 88 speed, 88 acceleration is quite good. The hands are really good too. 93, 95, 93, 90, and 89. So really a pretty well-rounded card here, I would say, for her. And like I said, 5'9", 179. So she's not incredibly small. Like, she's small for sure. All these women cards are pretty small, but that's not, egregious or unusable or anything like that, I would say. That's just my opinion. But moving on to number 2 now. 2 is Gabbie Hughes. So it's interesting because she's a winger, right? 5'9", 134. Yeah, the weight's a little bit scary, but she got two-way forward and power shooting boost, but she has 91 face-offs, which is really interesting for a winger. She also has gold 1T. We all know how 1Ts are so good. They're not as good as I guess they used to be after the patch yesterday, but still a very good ability to have. Pretty good shot as well. 92 slap shot accuracy already at 88 overall here. Again, I think it's pretty close between her and Miller, but I would say, guys, Gabbie Hughes, I like the fact that she's like a winger and also can like play center, which is crazy because again, she's listed as a winger and she has higher face-offs than even Miller does, which is kind of odd, but you'll still take it for sure. I would say more than likely though, guys, there's a pretty clear-cut number one, and let's move on to number one. Number one is Megan Keller. So right away, you can say what you want. Megan Keller is a very good card. And you can say, oh, well, she's still small. Oh, guys, 5'11", 176, 165 is pretty close to a lot of defensemen that you guys use. You know, you can't really use the, oh, they're too small excuse. You know, Quinn Hughes is 5'10", and a lot of people use Quinn Hughes, right? So, she's 5'11", 165, left-handed defense. She's got two-way defenseman and power shooting boost, 88 speed, 89 acceleration. She's always like one of the better women cards to use, I'd say, in HUT every year. She's got gold heat seeker as well. Really nice shot too, 89, 88, 89, and 88 for the shot. So, I mean, she really checks a lot of boxes, really. I mean, 93 defensive awareness is really good too. 91 stick checking, again, at 88 overall. Keep in mind, guys, the fantasy cards here, they're probably not going to upgrade too quickly because they don't play games as often as like the NHL. I'm pretty sure there's like, someone said there's like 30-something games per year for the whole league, right? So, it's not like an unbelievable amount of games for them to score. But, obviously, you know, they're already high overalls, so, I mean, any time they score, it's going to be pretty significant, I would say, especially for the defense, right? I mean, like, Megan Keller scores a couple. I mean, she's at 92 already. That's crazy to think about, but, yeah, there you go, guys. That's my rankings. 5 is, Bourbonnais. I don't know how to say her name. I'm so sorry. Zumwinkle, Stacey, Miller, Hughes, and Keller. All right, guys? So, do you guys plan on making any of these cards? I think they got to give us some fantasy objectives, in my opinion, to help us out here, because my take is this. I would make at least a bound set for this if you gave me like at least close enough collectibles to do it, right? Because let's be real, no one's going to have enough fantasy collectibles to make any of these outright unless you spend money. I mean, it's just reality, right? Like there's no way you have enough in your collection to make a 40 collectible one. Even 16's like low-key like crazy, or unless you spend a lot of coins, which I don't know if a lot of people are going to want to like dump another, you know, million coins into an untradeable fantasy card, right? Especially if it's like a random one or something. That's even more sketchy. But like I said, if you're able to like maybe get enough for the bound, I consider that. Otherwise, obviously, I wouldn't be saying like, hey guys, go and make the 40 collectible one. That's pretty risky, right? But if you're able, say they give us like objectives, like that's something I'm really surprised they didn't do, right? Like, how have they not given us objectives for these cards? Like, if you're gonna give them for the NHL players, you have to give them for the women, because it just doesn't make sense, low-key. Like, how are you supposed to get these collectibles? At least give us like half the cost or something, like 20, 25 collectibles. Like, it doesn't make sense. If considering every week you were able to at least make a bound set, like they were giving you enough collectibles to make a bound set, they should at least do that for the women fantasy cards. Otherwise, it makes no sense, and you're basically saying, we don't want you guys to make these cards. At least that's how I feel. But let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you've not already. Follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live there every single day. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek at 3 E's. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.